Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Griefdrums, and welcome to another episode of Top 3 Tips of the Week. This is exactly as it sounds. It's a video series in which each week I break down 3 tips that I have learnt in the hope of helping you improve your game. If you want to get involved, head on over to my Twitter or alternatively my Discord. Send me links to pictures, videos, clips, anything you've got. All the links are going to be down in the description below, guys. Without any further ado, let's just crack on. So this tip here is going to be a grenade in which you can take out anyone in this area of the offices on border. This was actually taken from a Pro League game in which G2 faced off against Empire, and as you can see, it's quite cheeky. It's an old tip, but it is a good one, and I thought I'd bring it back to the forefront of people's minds after seeing Fabian attempt to pull it off in the Pro League game. Unfortunately, neither of Fabian's grenades actually came to any fruition because they landed on the ledge just inside of this this round circular bit on top of the roof, and both of them actually got hung up on there. But despite the best player in the world messing this up, I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how it should be done. So what you want to do is, by rappelling up onto the roof, you will see this the circular bit that I was talking about just a second ago, just there. All of these ventilation ducts and everything in this sort of air conditioning area on the top. If you come over to the western side of it, you're basically going to move towards these things just here. And if you go in the middle, you can go quite close. By aiming at the metal railings on these, you can actually just vault up on top and then go up onto the left. And then by looking to this bit in front, you can see there is a little, like a bolt just in the top. Aim slightly below that. And then all you've got to do is sprint forward and vault. It's really easy to do. It took me 2 goes, I think, before I'd nailed it. And then you're going to go ahead and aim into here. Now, by throwing my drone, I'll show you exactly where this is going to land. The drone is obviously quite a good marker to see if you're going to get it right or not. But, you know, 9 times out of 10, you don't really want to waste a drone doing that. Just practice this a couple of times, and I guarantee you'll be nailing it. By stepping forward and aiming low, you can actually make sure that you don't hit the lip, and just throwing this grenade in, you're going to see it's going to kill Castle straight off. Now, on this particular occasion, I didn't actually cook the grenade just so I can showcase what actually goes on down there. But if you are going to cook it, I would do it minimally, because by the time it gets down there, as you can see, you've got about a second tops before the grenade actually goes off. So, you know, be careful with cooking it, otherwise you're not going to get it. I'm going to go and showcase it a couple more times just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. The other thing you can do is, I was obviously hitting the right-hand side there where that drone has just landed, but if someone is off to the left of that little area, you can actually aim further over to the left. Now, I'm going to use flashbangs here to showcase it. That would have hit him if it was a frag. The other option is move further over to the right and aim further over to the left, and the grenade will land directly on that person. So the next tip is going to be another tip from Fabian and his incredible grenades. This time he actually nails it. He goes down into the server room to take out an Echo that is sitting in offices over by the water fountain. And by opening this section on the southeast, throwing a simple grenade up there, it is so simple to do. Look exactly where it lands. It is a perfect grenade for anyone sitting there, and it is quite a common spot for people to move towards. Sometimes you'll get a mirror there. Other times it's going to be someone just in the middle of the round moving off into that corner just to sort of hide away and sort of get out of the way. So if you get a call from your team that someone is there, you can do that. Now, you don't need to be Buck. You can do this with Thinker. You can do this with Sledge. Anyone with grenades. You could potentially even do it as a defender with a Nitro, but the chances of an attacker going to that area are usually pretty slim. As you'll see here, I've got a drone. I'll show you where the bullet holes are landed from where the bit that I just shot out. But I have quite literally just put a couple of rounds into the floor there. That is all I've done. I haven't used loads and loads of bullets. I've put a couple of rounds into the floor, open that section up, and you're just going to go ahead and launch the grenade up there. Again, you can cook it. I would do it a little bit more than with the previous grenade, but that's going to be a really simple kill on anyone that's hunkering down in there. There are other places that you can do this for the same area, for the other side of the water fountain. If you stand directly in front of the door into the workshop and then move to the panel just to the left in front of this light, you can go ahead and shoot up a section there, and then by throwing a grenade up through that bit, you are going to hit the other side of the fountain. It's a really good spot. Both of these are really handy if you've got a drone up in offices and you know that there's someone in there. You can quite easily get the kills on them, and it's just beneficial. You know, you don't even have to do much from here. You're fairly protected. It's going to be really handy. It's going to be really cheeky. Hopefully they'll help you out in some way.
Play will drop down the stage hatch into stock. Pixel being held by Lems, but it's read beautifully by Pengu. The pre-fire is just not connecting as Lems turns away at the dying moments. And you still got the skeleton key evaporating all of those floorboards, but press up against the window. Go.
So the final tip today, as you will have seen, was from the G2 Team Secret match, and this was a really cheeky spot to hold the CCTV room. Very rarely can you actually stay in this server room. As soon as the wall is open, you're sort of forced out and back into the cache room, and it makes it very, very difficult to try and hold this. You have to hold it from externally, and almost treat it a little bit like the kids' room on House. It can be very difficult once the wall is open. So this shield actually gives you a really nice pixel peek, and for the time being it's going to work really, really well. You get a view onto the window, you can actually cover through into the single door of the cache room, and if you're playing as someone like Echo, you can keep an eye on all these separate areas to keep an eye on construction, check if someone's at that window, and anyone trying to peek the actual main wall itself, you will know that you've got to worry about the window to garage. You're a little bit concerned about runouts from this area over here, and it's not really a nice place to sort of stay out here and stand up on, let alone if there's someone peeking you from a pixel on that shield over there. This can be really, really effective. I actually tried it in a match just recently, and it was incredible for getting that intel, and I definitely could have contended a lot of areas had I not been shot by a teammate who was hovering around in here with me.
Door, Cam.
Sledge is in.
You're shooting me!
No, he's right.
The other thing you could potentially do is open up this section of floor just down here. You don't need to go crazy, but just shotgun it open. And then from playing in this area, you can not only cover the main wall, but if anyone starts coming into the stock room down below, you can actually take them out from this very spot. From relative safety as well, as you'll see, here is the bullet holes that are going to the door, and that is the angle I'm getting. So, because I'm above, the first thing that I'm going to see of other people is going to be their feet as and when they approach the door, and I'm going to be able to take them out before they can actually contest me and where I am. The other option you can do as well is opening up a section into the garage, and from this area over here, I'm going to put bullets down just onto there, and you will see that they're landing at the top of the stairs. So if I'm running sort of an Echo with the ACOG, I can contest this as well if I really want to, or at least deter people from coming up this way. This is a really strong position, and it's a way that you could potentially hold down 5 or 6 different angles should you need to. And it's probably worth checking out. I mean, there's a reason the pros are using this, but I really, really did like this tip when it came. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully the tips will help you out in some way, shape or form. A little bit longer than I normally do for these kind of videos. However, what I wanted to do is showcase the tips that are actually being utilized by pros and see how they can be incorporated into ranked and see if they will help you out. I myself have been using these tips, and I'm really, really enjoying them. I think they're massively beneficial, and hopefully you enjoy them too. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, please consider hitting that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the dislike button and let me know why down in the comments below. If you don't already, make sure to subscribe for all things Rainbow Six. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay reckless and relentless.